What's going on, spiritualites? Welcome back for another video. In this one, we're going to be back testing using my strategy and the zero indicator that I created, looking for possible chances to increase the risk to reward factor. So for this one, I'll be seeing if this zero can get up to this 5 level here, this top red line, or the bottom level, -5 level, to see if that kind of signals some kind of reversal or anything that I can use to get a little bit more reward on my risk. So for this one, I'm just going to remove my RSI and I'll keep volume on here just because I do use that in the background. So I will keep that on the chart. So for now, what I'm going to be looking for are places where this zero line is going to be touching or getting very close to the top level of 5 or the bottom level of -5. So let's get into some back testing. I think I'll do this on XRP as I've been using it to back test anyway, trying to get more comfortable and familiar with it. So yeah, why not? So let's go ahead and delete all this stuff. Choose a random bar. Where are we? In Friday, October 3rd of 2025. Okay, Friday. Don't like to trade on the weekends. It's my only thing. So I'm going to move it to an 8-hour time frame real quick and just pass through the weekend. Okay. All right. That puts us Monday 4 a.m. That's good. Okay. I'm just going to go through and wait for this zero to hit this top line. And we'll do like a loose back testing. It doesn't have to be super accurate. I just want to see if I can convince myself to really get into this and look for it deeper and maybe hone in on what number I could actually do. So it looks like there was a touch here early on Monday morning that would have signaled maybe the downtrend, but if I'm looking at trends, even if I were to do this one here, it wasn't close to, it doesn't come down to break any trend, so it doesn't really give me an opportunity to short or for it to be a reversal. So not only does the zero have to touch, but also structure has to make sense in order for me to take the trade. So let's go ahead and play it out. And I'm just kind of focusing on the bottom, not really too much on the price action right now. Just seeing if this zero is going to be helpful at all. Because if it's not, then realistically, I can go ahead and take it off my charts. I don't need to waste the space. Okay, took a while, but here we are. So it looks like it just got close to touching that down there at -5. So I do see a clear trend down here. Now, if I break this, let's see if I can find a nice spot and in this clear uptrend, maybe targeting this high, I can see if I can get a 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. Let's see. Well, first we want to see it break this trend. That's the break I want to see. So didn't come break this super hard, so I'll give it just a little bit of space to breathe just in case. Yep, see. Okay. So now I'm probably looking at maybe something like this. Okay, once again, it's trying to break it. Okay. All right. So in this case, it looks like I'm gonna not get the break that I'm looking for. Right. All this creaking up and going up at this rate tells me like it still looks like it wants to go down. And not to mention we have broken this low here. So maybe this is not giving me a good signal on this one. Maybe I should just wait until the next one. Okay, so this is taking much longer than I thought. I came from all the way up here, waiting and waiting and waiting. So this is the last one that I got. Let me mark that out right here. And as you can see, that did not work. Still continue to go lower. Now, getting one that's kind of close. Kind of want to just try to count it, because maybe, but I don't also want to cheat the system. I kind of want to make sure it actually touches. Okay, maybe we'll get a bottom touch here instead. And some divergence down there. So that's not telling us anything. Okay, almost touches, touch it. So it's also seeming a little bit inefficient as well, because if it's not happening often, then I'm waiting around for days for something to happen, and that's just not the way I want to trade. So, yeah. I really don't want to cheat the system. I kind of want to count it. Maybe I need to revise it. Maybe 4.9. Maybe that's a new revision. If we can't get a full 5.0, -5.0 touch, maybe that's something I need to consider. Okay, guys, we finally got one on Wednesday. Here we go. So, price is trending upward, though, right? And get the breakdown. But this is showing, hey, this is like what I'm thinking might be a reversal. So, I mean, could be this. We're breaking here. See what the next one looks like. Okay, so it does look like it is going down. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So, maybe it's going to reverse here. I don't see a downtrend, I guess. Well, we have something like that. You see, that's just kind of a general downtrend, which it broke, kind of wicked those highs, and it's on its way back down. So maybe it's going to bounce from this spot here, or maybe it'll come down and maybe wick this here and signal a reverse. Let's see where possible reverse could come in. Oh, okay. From right here. Okay, so this one, well, for now, looks like it may have worked. So let's see if I could get into something maybe right here. It's a big stop loss. Okay, looks good. Can we get that to happen? Okay, we got in. See, talking about the entry. So if it does burst off, then the entry could have been much better. If it doesn't, then, well, it doesn't really matter about the entry. Okay, here we go. We are in profit zone. Let me move this over here. Continue on. Okay. Okay, looks like we got a little distribution there, or possibly a reaccumulation. Alright. So again, better entry means I'm out right here for that 4% or 5%. Right now it means I have to waddle in the trade for a while. The time we get in this trade. We got in this trade Wednesday morning at 10:36 a.m. It is now 5:30 in the evening. So if this is something you want, this might be better entry or more of a longer trade. I think at this point I definitely would have moved my stop loss to break even. No way I'm taking a loss after being up that high. Yeah, and I'm getting stopped out right there, guys. I'm not going further than that. So that was pretty much a waste of time. You know, I spent about 7 hours. Oh wait, that's 8 o'clock. Hold on. And almost 11 o'clock. So I spent about 9 hours in that trade. Show it to you on a fresh one. If I do take that trade, you know, here, then easily able to get between 4 and 5% there, and I can have a different target. Maybe the top of this zone, my 4.6. So it's all about finding the entries. See if I can find one more. It's cool. It shouldn't be used as an everyday tool. It's more looked at as something that can tell you, hey, you might want to leave this one in, or you might want to find a better entry, because if you get a little break in this one, you might have a little bit more percentage to gain. So it doesn't seem to be affecting my day-to-day strategy, just kind of like a every day or every other day right now. Hey, maybe you want to take a look at this. So I'll keep going for the rest of the week, like I said, and we'll see if we see any more touches. Okay, so surprisingly enough, here we go with our third touch. In this area here, it doesn't look like much, I'll be honest with you. But what it is providing is a nice little downtrend right here. So something like that is what I'm looking to break here. And some volume spikes in there. This might be good. Let's see what happens. Okay, getting a little break. Okay, kind of want to see that break a little bit better than that. Still not believing it. Okay, you break it again? Yeah, I got you. I didn't think so. Yeah. Oh. No. Okay, so this just ended up falling and falling. So, yeah, I mean, did not signal any kind of reversal in here at all. Which structurally it didn't look like it was going to. Right? When I want to see these, I want to see something kind of big, a big splash in the market, you know, a big downward force. And then you have this. Like you have this here, you know. This is downtrend. Alright, but you extend this out. I still have to work with that. But it breaks up. You know, you want to take something like that. That's fine. But you do want to make sure you get through this downtrend before you do that. And it got close, right? It gets close in these times. Like you don't have to get exactly the 5. Like I'll take the, you know, getting close there. At this point I'm probably moving my stop loss under this low there. So, but yeah, so I'm finding that these trades, and now look, we're getting a peak, and look at the volume as well. Big volume spike right here. I don't know what that's about, because that's a very small candle. But here's our next zero touch on the Thursday. So realistically, if we break this, I'm looking for 4 to 5%. There it is. It's the break. Maybe let's see a little bit more. Yeah, see? Okay, I'll take that. I don't want to be left behind either, but I want to be convinced. You know, there it is. I'll take that. That's fine. You can come up there. Maybe now I'm thinking, hey, let me get a better entry. Yeah, do I think you're going here? Okay, let me get a better entry than that. Let's make sure I've got this covered. Okay, 4, that's 4. I'll take that. Let's see what we get. Getting pretty volatile. Looks like I got left behind. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I get my opportunity. Maybe I don't. Okay. At this point, I'm probably out of it because I'm not believing in either way, and it can just go back and forth. So I'm taking that trade off. And this is putting me into midday on Thursday. So I fully expect price volatility to start kind of winding down. And I'll look again for another Z-score hit. Be back when it happens. Okay. I think this is the last one we're going to have for this week. We got a tap here. Kind of tapped here. Right? A double tap. Here. All that space. Right? Got down past this -5 range. So let's see. I do see the downtrend. Right? That's good. When it happens in the trend that we're actually going in, that always makes it better because then we're looking to take that reversal trade. So if we think we can break this line here, that would be nice. Okay. See, it's flirting with this. Yeah. Guys, when it comes and does this little shallow thing here, we want, you know, we want boom, 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 you know. We want us going up in a manner like that, or, you know, rapidly. This little creaky neat. No, that's always going to lead to a fall off here. And I said it was the last one, and of course it was not. So let's just go through, we'll say midnight for the Friday, and not leading to reversals, guys. Not really giving me anything. So when you see me not using these in these videos and in these recaps and not mentioning much, and you know, taking this out of my original strategy, is because look, I mean, it's not really giving me much at all. Not really letting me know, giving me any insight, any edge. So this one, this next hit, is producing some kind of bounce, but I can't even, it's such a strong bounce, I can't even see the rest that was happening up here. So we'll just leave it off the screen for now. But yeah, not giving any true sign of a reversal using our zero. So maybe it's useful some other way, but as far as for a reversal indicator, not so much. Does this really give me more confidence to try to use it in the future? Not really. No, it lets me know one way not to use it. Definitely not going to use it for reversals, but always looking for the maximum reward to my risk. So if it's not able to help me with that, then I can't imagine its use in the future. But hopefully I do find a way for it to help me with my risk reward. Other than that, pretty subpar use of it today. And as you can see, price is just kind of fizzling out now into Saturday. Yeah, and it's over. So for my next steps, I think maybe I'll try something with the RSI next time. Put the RSI back on my chart. Take the zero off for a little bit. Give it a break. Work with volume and RSI and see if there's something else that I might be able to notice or want to test out with that. So I tried. I gave it a chance. I'm not one of those people that needs to be vain and say, oh, I created an indicator and it worked so well. Like, no, that's not me. I'll just kind of put this one on the back burner for now, and it might make a return in the future. But yeah, until then, please keep in mind, this is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only. Before you begin investing in or trading your hard-earned money, consider consulting a financial advisor. And just remember, this is the journey, not the highlight reel. Trade smart, live free.